So clearly the United States has a problem at its southern border, and now everyone's willing to admit it. Even liberal mayors from northern cities are willing to say, hey, we got to solve this issue. This is really hurting us big time now. After they've been receiving illegal immigrants for a couple of months now, conservatives have been trying to deal with this problem for a little bit longer than Democrats. Under Donald Trump, trying to build that border wall, trying to get things under order, Democrats derailed that quick enough. Now under Joe Biden's administration, it is absolutely terrible. And people are offering their solutions. There's all kinds of solutions out there. Some of them are pretty mediocre. Some of them are okay. Some of them are downright terrible. And this is going to be AOC's solution. That's right. On this clip for you today, I have AOC's solution to the immigrant problem. I'm sure you can't wait. You're just on the edge of your seat. You got your notebook next to you. You got your pen ready to go. You want to write down every little detail of AOC's solution to this problem. Are you ready for it? Check it out.
From all parts of the political spectrum, one of the biggest issues that we have when it comes to immigration is the fact that we have an undocumented population. Mm-hmm. Now, you can fix that by trying to build a wall, or you can fix that by trying to document people and create a path to citizenship. Mm-hmm. And we'll have folks that might say, look at these systems, you know, that our shelter system has weight and things like that. But one of the reasons that our public systems experience weight is because people don't have a documented and reliable path to work and sustain themselves, just like all of our ancestors did and our grandparents.
So there it is. The big problem with the United States immigration system is that we have a massive undocumented population, probably 30, 40, 50 million people in the United States of America. And AOC's solution, build a wall? No. Secure the border? Ridiculous. We have an undocumented people problem. Let's just document them. That's the solution. And probably the scariest part of all is the people cheering in the background. I mean, we know that the people who are watching this program are delusional anyway. And so they're cheering a ridiculous solution. And in fact, here's just a simple question, a simple follow-up question for AOC if I was the host there. And I don't know what the host's follow-up question is. I honestly don't even care. This is about as much as the clip as I could take, as much of her voice as I could take. But this would be my follow-up question. So AOC, you get your wish. It's granted. The magical fairy comes through and says, hey, we're going to document every single one of these 40, 50 million people who came across the border illegally, the wrong way. They're through a criminal action. They came into a country they shouldn't have. They're all documented. So what happens to the very next person that steps foot into the United States of America across that border? Are they then documented? What about the next person? Because the moment you document all 40 million of them, or you open up that documentation, the flow does not stop. The flow into the southern border will continue. And not only that, once you document them, you want to see the problem get exponentially worse. You will see the amount of people flooding into the United States double, triple, quadruple within days, because they'll realize, wait a second, now not only are they letting me into the United States, but they're documenting the people into the United States as well. They're making them citizens with all of the rights therein. You're going to see people flooding into the United States like never before. So what happens to every single one of the next people? You're just going to document them as well? Why even have a legal immigration system at all? One follow-up question alone derails her entire argument. But you want to know the truth here? The bigger thing she wants, what all Democrats want from this entire ordeal, is they want their vote. That's what they want. Democrats love one thing more than anything else, and that is power, the ability to have power, because the Democrat Party really has its roots very close to socialism and communism. It's just a fact. They're the same side of the bridge, or whatever you want to say. They're on the same side of the road. They're on the same zip code, whatever it is. They're in the same neighborhood, all right? They're hanging out together. They're palling out together. And there's nothing more than socialists and communists like than power and control. They try to keep it always. So if they can get more votes, and this would be their technical democratic way of doing it, whether they do it through sort of illegal means of people crossing over the border this way, that's what she wants. So she wants them documented to get their votes. Now, the scary part here is they'll do this incrementally. They'll try to do one thing at a time. Okay, break the border down first. Allow people into the country illegally first. Ship them around. Allow them to be shipped all over the place. In local elections, allow them to have a vote. In local municipalities, allow that to happen. Then we'll have different states allowing things to happen. Then eventually, when we get control of the government, they will do this step by step until they get every single one of those votes. Now, good thing is that the people that are coming across the border, I mean, they think like 80% plus of them are going to vote for Democrats. This simply is not the case. Let me explain to you the clear solution. You cannot come up with a comprehensive plan to solve immigration. There's no comprehensive plan because unless your border is secure, you can do nothing else. Step one is to secure the border fully. I don't care how you do it. I don't care what, we want to use drones. We want to use roads. We want to use a wall. We want to use electric fence. We want to use special satellite imagery. I don't care what you do. Use all of it. Use some of it. Use more of it. Come up with even better ideas than that. If you don't have a completely secure border, there is no additional step that can be taken. Whether you're conservative or Democrat, it doesn't matter. Even if you're on the conservative end and you say, you know what, actually, it would be kind of nice to document these people because then they would be taxpayers. And within months, we can have 30 million new taxpayers. And talk about helping out the budget of the United States. Talk about putting more money into healthcare systems and Social Security and different things that are failing right now. We could help that out. You know, you can't do that if you don't have a secure border. You have to have a secure border first. Once you do that, then you could talk about other solutions. But no solution can be on the table that gives the individuals who came into this country illegally the ability to vote. Zero solutions can include that. You simply cannot have any of these individuals the ability to vote, period. Now, I mean, of course, we have people, everything from we need to round up every single one of them, all 50 million of them, and send them back to their own country, to giving them every single right that they could ever want, ever dream of, ever have. We have people in that spectrum from one side to another, okay? And most of you who watch this channel probably find yourself more towards the first one, round them up and deport them. I don't know that I'm that extreme. I'm actually not that extreme. But I will tell you right now, you got to secure the border first, period. And then you start to come up with other solutions that never include the right to vote. And there's going to be some other rights that U.S. citizens have that are never going to be granted because these people came in illegally. Do we have the practical or logistical means to round up 50 million people and send them back to their country? Let's live in reality, okay? Let's live in 2024. It's never going to happen. I don't care what kind of dream you have about that occurring. Those of you that listen to this channel and you're on that extreme end, it's never going to happen. It's not real. No one's rounding up 50 million people and deporting them back to their countries. You imagine the news stories showing the videos of this. You want to turn people towards liberalism real quick? Go with that solution. You're going to see how many people are going to become Democrats and liberals overnight when they're watching the video streams of your plan to deport 50 million people back to their countries by systematically rounding them up. Trust me, that idea ain't going to work. But you secure the border first, and then you come up with real solutions that's going to benefit the United States of America and the citizens of this country in a real way without hurting our country at the same time. And that doesn't mean keeping everyone in here, because there's a bunch of hooligans that have gotten across that border. And a part of being able to document or process these people without giving them certain rights, like the right to vote, is being able to know who these people are, where they came from, fingerprinting them. And unfortunately for many of these individuals, depending on their sketchy backgrounds or locations of origins or whatever else is clearly wrong, there will be many who will be deported. But the reality is that many would obviously be able to stay here. Now, I know I'm going on and long and sharing a little bit of my solutions, but these things are possible, but not without a secure border. So when AOC shares her brainless idea of just documenting these people without actually securing a border, she's obviously clueless. She has no idea what she's talking about. She's way out of her league in trying to even understand what she's even saying here. And the applause in the background just shows that there's a bunch of mindless individuals who follow along with this stuff. So anyway, what do you think about this? Leave your comments below. I'd love to hear them. I'll catch you in the next video.